times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets... Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now Wilson on first down. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25. Call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They got it. Here we go, G.
To the air, Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now it's Wilson. Man open left side is Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. From the 41, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletic.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 16-yard line.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm here. Alert. Mike. Right there in the middle. 55.
Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go. Get off the field.
Now Wilson. It's brought in by Dodson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike, waiting. Mike, 5-4. Wild Bill, Wild Bill. 36 power. Check 31, check 31. 66, bullet, half. Hey, 0, 0, 0. Echo, echo. 50 points.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Double count right here, double count. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's hey, 0, 0, 0.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Good job right there.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Come on, the ball.
Here's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Mark 55! Mark 55! I got it. Bang out, bang out. Bam, bam, done.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Hill, the intended receiver once again, and it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
What? 190. Right there. 54 Mike. Hold up, hold up. Hey, watch that, watch that. Hassan. Mike, 50.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure, and he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Hines. Nyheim Hines, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down, it's Coleman. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We got double up, double up. Run it.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Check, 59.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the intercept. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Dawson tacks on the point after, and the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases-clearing double, isn't it? Give up a...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. The point after try for Gostkowski. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Saints 28, Seahawks 19.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's what I'm talking about.
A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Boom, boom.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They go play action now. Wilson trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A nice gain of 21 yards. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line.
And that's caught inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Hey, exit. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. SOS, 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 SOS.
Here's Allen. This is going to be caught by the rookie from Arizona State, N'Keal Harry. 23 yards the pickup there. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
35's the mic. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now Allen to throw. Gonna throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. N'Keal Harry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a...
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter down in Tampa, and the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
55, right there in the middle, 55. I got you, pump. That's it. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Mike 55, Mike 50, 14, run it.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. The 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Antonio Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
He's not going to get me. No. 55. Check. 55. Mike.
Wilson from the gun. He'll throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Mike 30. Let's go. Joker.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Darquez Denard there to make the tackle. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Allen looks to throw on second down. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. To the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got his tight end Fant. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen now throwing again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And that'll be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Mike 35, Mike 35. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Allen to throw once more. Flush to his right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So put another 3 on the board. Third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Check tight. Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Deion Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Wilson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Wilson, throwing on 3rd and long. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Quick update from Levi's Stadium. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that when they open the lead a bit further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. So they'll start on the ground with Hines. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
56.
Allen running the option to the left. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
58, come on. I got you.
Now Allen. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st down, it's Hines. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Allen going to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. N'Keal Harry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Check 9.
They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
6-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Come on, go. Mike, check. 59. Bring it. One left.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Let's make these bets.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Mike's 5'9". I'm coming.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the 3rd quarter in Carson. It's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Hey, one set. 54.
On 1st down, Wilson. And that's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
That's 12. Mike's 5'4". Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on.
To throw again is Wilson. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Alert. 55's Mike.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go, baby.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Come on. Give me some. Give me some.
Here's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check nickel. Hey, hold on.
They begin the drive with Hines. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
From the gun, it's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 47 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that...
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Noah Fant with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's get that ball. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's been a long day for you.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Shaq Lawson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Go. 55. I know he is.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Fourteen.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them, because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Hey, 0. Ringo.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They'll try and throw for him with Wilson. Now this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. From just shy of midfield, Allen. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Saints.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Hines. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, and incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Patrick Owasor with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Wilson throwing on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
So Allen's going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
cry, listen, you don't